What drives two nations to the brink of war? Iran and Israel, locked in a deadly rivalry, are reshaping the Middle East with proxy battles, cyber attacks, and nuclear fears. One spark could set the region ablaze. Let's dive into their conflict, its roots, and what's at stake for the world. The Middle East is a region of ancient history and modern conflict. But few rivalries are as explosive as Iran versus Israel. From covert assassinations to missile strikes, their shadow war threatens global stability. Iran brands Israel an imperialist outpost, while Israel views Iran's nuclear ambitions as a direct threat to its survival. In this video, we'll unravel why they're enemies, explore their ongoing conflicts, and examine how their allies fuel the fire. Buckle up for a journey into one of the world's most dangerous feuds. Believe it or not, Iran and Israel were once allies. In the 1950s and 60s, under Shah Mohammad Reza Pahlavi, Iran was a pro-Western monarchy. Israel, seeking non-Arab allies, found a partner in Iran. In 1950, Iran became the second Muslim-majority nation to recognize Israel after Turkey. They shared oil, intelligence, and even collaborated on military projects like missile development. But the 1979 Islamic Revolution flipped the script. Ayatollah Khomeini's regime declared Israel an enemy, calling it the Little Satan, and vowing to liberate Palestine. The Israeli embassy in Tehran was handed to the PLO, and ties were severed. By the 1980s, Iran's support for anti-Israel groups like Hezbollah marked a point of no return. The Iran-Israel enmity rests on three pillars. First, ideology. Iran's Islamic Republic sees Israel as an illegitimate occupier of Palestinian land, rooted in its rejection of the 1947 UN partition plan and Israel's 1949 UN admission, both of which Iran opposed. Israel, a Jewish state, views Iran's calls for its destruction as an existential threat. Second, regional dominance. Iran seeks to expand its influence through the axis of resistance, Hezbollah, Hamas, and the Houthis, while Israel counters with military dominance and alliances with Sunni states like Saudi Arabia. Third, nuclear ambitions. Israel fears Iran's uranium enrichment could lead to a nuclear weapon, a red line for its security. Iran insists its program is peaceful, but the IAEA's 2025 reports of violations heighten tensions. Direct war is rare, but Iran and Israel fight through proxies and covert operations. Iran funds Hezbollah, which has fired over 10,000 rockets at Israel since October 2023, according to the Israeli Defense Forces. Hamas and Palestinians in Gaza and the Houthis in Yemen receive Iranian weapons and training. Israel retaliates with precision. Airstrikes on IRGC targets in Syria. Assassinations of Iranian nuclear scientists, at least 5 since 2007. And cyber attacks like the 2010 Stuxnet virus that crippled Iran's nuclear program. The 2006 Lebanon War saw Hezbollah, backed by Iran's IRGC, clash with Israel, killing over 1,200 Lebanese and 160 Israelis. This shadow war keeps the region on edge. Here's a twist. During the Iran-Iraq War, 1980 to 1988, Israel secretly armed Iran. Why? Iraq under Saddam Hussein was a bigger threat to Israel. Israel supplied Iran with $500 million in weapons annually, including TOW missiles and F-4 jet parts, often via US-backed deals revealed in the Iran-Contra scandal. Iran paid with oil, and an Iranian arms dealer claimed 80% of Tehran's early war arsenal came from Israel. This pragmatic alliance ended with the war, but it shows how geopolitics can shift even bitter rivalries. In 2024, the shadow war turned direct. On April 1st, Israel bombed Iran's consulate in Damascus, killing 16, including IRGC commander Mohammad Reza Zahedi. Iran responded on April 13th with over 300 drones and missiles, the first direct attack on Israel. Most were intercepted by Israel's Iron Dome, with help from the US, UK, and Jordan. Israel struck back on April 19th, targeting air defenses near Isfahan's nuclear site. Tensions spiked in October when Iran launched 180 missiles after Israel killed Hezbollah's Hassan Nasrallah and Hamas's Ismail Haniyeh. Israel's October 26 strikes hit Iran's missile facilities, disrupting production. In 2025, Israel targeted Iranian nuclear sites after IAEA reports confirmed violations, raising fears of all-out war. This isn't just Iran versus Israel, it's a global chessboard. The US backs Israel with $3.8 billion in annual military aid and missile defense support in 2024. The UK, France, and Jordan helped intercept Iranian attacks, while Saudi Arabia and the UAE share intelligence, driven by their own tensions with Iran. Iran's allies include Russia, which buys its drones and supports its nuclear program, and China, a key economic partner. Iran's axis of resistance, Hezbollah, Hamas, Houthis, extends its influence. The US withdrawal from the 2018 Iran nuclear deal, JCPOA, and Israel's opposition to it fuel mistrust. The Gaza war, triggered by Hamas's October 7, 2023 attack, complicates the region, with Iran-backed Houthis disrupting Red Sea trade. As of June 2025, the Iran-Israel conflict is at a boiling point. Iran's uranium enrichment is at 90%, near weapons grade, per IAEA reports. Ex-posts suggest Israel is preparing preemptive strikes, while Iran claims to have hacked Israeli intelligence. The Gaza war and Houthi attacks on Red Sea shipping threaten global trade, with oil prices spiking 15% in 2024, impacting nations like India. Diplomacy is faltering. Iran rejected US nuclear talks in May 2025. A wider war could disrupt the Strait of Hormuz, through which 20% of global oil flows, risking economic chaos. The Iran-Israel rivalry is a clash of ideology, power, and survival, with the Middle East hanging in the balance. Yet, history shows diplomacy can work. Think of the JCPOA's brief success. Let's support and subscribe for more videos.